Hi, thank you so much for joining. Maybe you can quickly say your name. What are you doing right now, and what were you professionally doing before joining the program, the Global Immersion Framework?
Yes, so I'm Moritz Widell. Right now I'm sitting here in Hamburg. Right now I work for Implement Consulting Group. It's one of the largest consultancies in Scandinavia and now also expanding to Germany. And this is where I have the pleasure to help a little bit or support a little bit on. I did the immersion program in November 20. I was in the 22 cohort, so already a few years back, and a lot has happened since then. And before I did this immersion, I was working as a student consultant in Copenhagen.
What were your expectations before starting the program? What caught your attention?
Like it all started kind of as just as a dream. I had a colleague of mine where I worked. She said that she's been to the 21 cohort, and she will join the 22 cohort as a mentor. And that kind of caught my attention and was intriguing. I've never left Europe at that point in time, so it was like for me also an opportunity to just see more than just Germany or Denmark. So it was just a opportunity to just see a little bit more of the world. So that was the initial attraction of why I did it. And then, of course, reading more into it and also going into this application process, which also wasn't that easy at that time. I just got more and more curious of leaving my comfort zone, doing something that's definitely not normal or average, and just kind of challenging myself and see how it goes. And then I got accepted. At first, I was a little bit in shock and panicked of whether I would survive this 1 month, but it turned out to be, a really, really good decision and a very, yeah, like really an adventure that just shaped the aftermath of it.
What surprises you or challenges you during the experience or when you're reaching it?
Uncertainty. I had no clue what would happen the next day. So this is also what I talk about comfort zone. I'm somebody who likes to stay in a comfort zone and like structure, who I like to know what's happening the next day. So I like to have a plan. And going into this, I had no clue what would be what I would expect. Like I just remember I left this aircraft in Hyderabad, and instantly this hot air was hitting my face, this smell and the humidity, and I was like, wow, this is going to be an interesting 1 month. But yeah, this uncertainty, also the culture, right? It's a completely different culture. People talk differently, people behave differently. So I think it was just, I didn't expect the uncertainty and the discomfort I would feel. And I also definitely didn't expect that I would love feeling this discomfort and growing through it.
What was something that really stayed with you after the program ended? What was something you took with you?
That I never really before reflected on what I did. Like it was really interesting. Like every evening we had these reflection sessions with Sudhansa, right? Where we would come in a group of 8, 9 people in this room and we would talk for like 1 hour, 90 minutes about what happened today. How are we reflecting on it? And then also we had the opportunity later on to go in like one-on-one sessions with him to reflect not just on what happens in India, but also to reflect on our life in general. And I realized there that I've never, and many other people also realized that we never did this before. We never talked about our feelings. Yes, I just like reflecting more about how someone or how I'm feeling of what I want, where I want to go, and just talk to other people also about it, to open up to other people about it. And yeah, there was just something I never did before, really. And this was interesting doing during this immersion.
Was it something, including this also from program, that influences your decision making in your job right now? Did this program also have an impact on that?
Yeah, I mean, we also did go to a startup. Like every day we went at 8, came back at sometimes also 8. So we worked 10 to 12 hours a day for 3 weeks straight on a consulting project, right? So I would, of course, this did give me some sort of head start for my career because it just allowed me to make a lot of mistakes during these 3 weeks that I then didn't have to do in my job, right? It also just gave me a lot of confidence. It was also, of course, a very international setting that I also didn't have before. It was also understanding Indian sometimes isn't the easiest. So that was also, again, leaving your comfort zone. So for sure, these things, but also just like I talked about this a lot, but this really just has been my main takeaway from this: embracing uncertainty and owning it, and sometimes freestyling a little bit or improvising. That this definitely is something that I started learning during these 4 weeks and trying to master it till this day.
Are there any other qualities that you think a student should have in order to make the most of the program?
You should be open, you should be tolerant. You should also kind of see the glass as half full, not half empty. You should be an optimist, 100%. Also, just somebody who is okay with leaning in, giving things a chance, and just believe that in the end things will work out. Like, I know that there were a lot of people who went into this thinking, like having a plan or thinking they know what's coming, and then just not adapting, trying to hold on to this. They didn't manage to lean in, and then it started then maybe down, like spiraling and complaining. And I think you just need to lean in and trust the process. That's definitely qualities you need to have. And of course, you should be maybe also somebody who's ambitious, because otherwise this will frustrate you also a lot.
A one-liner, what would be the one sentence if you can sum it up?
It's about being open, leaning in, and trusting the process. In the end, everything will work out.
Thank you so much, Moritz.